back to Man Cave Custom. What the fuck was that? Alright, welcome back to Man Cave Customs, guys. Here's what's gonna happen in this episode. I'm really broke. Had some problems with my other car. You might have seen it in the short there. So we need something to do that we move along with, but we don't have to spend any money on. And the only project that doesn't require any money at this very moment is probably this one. Here's the plan for this episode, okay? There's a couple things I need to do because I got it running the previous episode. If you didn't see it, it's gonna appear somewhere here. I'm doing the YouTuber thing, this one. But it's not running great. It's idling pretty good, but it's not picking up revs at all. Could be timing, unlikely on these engines, could be valve clearance. We already know that it's tight on two and really good on the other two. Most likely it is the fueling problem. It could be carb balancing. So in this episode we're gonna check out carb balancing. We're gonna check out the shims of the valves, and we'll check the carbs and we'll check the fuel flow properly. Other than that, I have no clue what's going on with it. I'm not a mechanic, you know, I'm just taking information out of my ass most of the time. You know how this works. But stick around and you'll see if I manage to get this running. We'll start with the first one. The one that I really don't want to do is to check the shims. Most of the stuff is already open there because I was already nickering around with it. So we'll take off this and we'll see. Oh, this is open. Alright guys, so here's what we're gonna do. I marked the timing just so that I don't screw that one over because I will detonate the engine otherwise. Here, I don't know if you can see, but there's a camshaft, and on top of valve spring, instead of an adjusting one, there's a shim of a certain thickness, and on that shim there's a number, and the one that's tight is the front right, so exhaust on the right side and intake on the left side. So I need to unfortunately undo both. Yes sir, and this shim right here has a number on it on the other side probably, and I need to buy the correct ones, so let me get these out. So this is what's under it, and let's investigate. So I got it open and you can see that there's a number there. That's what I needed, that's what I need to know. By this number I'll be able to buy a thinner one. Phew. Let's slide this one back in. Alright, all the shims have been out and all of them been cleaned. I've found the numbers on them and I've not lost my timing just yet. So I'm just gonna put the valve train back together. When I get the new shims, I'll just reopen it again and do it. I struggle to believe that it's so far out. I'm more likely to have measured it bad than it's actually so tight. So what I think is more likely, the carbs need balancing. There even is a reason for that. Look at these bad boys. One of them is black as it worked. The other one is just completely new, like it's not been touched. So I have a feeling that it's probably running super lean on one and the other one normal. So that's probably the problem. But yeah, so next we'll close this whole thing and we'll move on to the carbs.
A few moments later.
Valve train is back together and the valve cover is back on. Man, why is there like 20 valve cover bolts for this valve cover? What is it hiding? What gems are there? That was crazy. It took me like 20 minutes just to do all these bolts up. Alright, so the next thing I need to take off the carb because I need to put back on the cam chain tensioner, which is somewhere deep in here, right here. And after that I'll put back the carbs and I'll see if I can balance them. I'm not entirely sure how to do it yet. I'll read the interwebs and just like I learned everything. I might actually take the pod filters off as well, because in the carb there are air intakes here, breather areas there that might be blocked because of these bad boys, so I might need to cut those out as well. Anyone that's done these would know that access to these bitches is difficult. It took me like 20 minutes just to open 4 bolts. But yeah, I have the carb here on the table. So here's what we're gonna do. We have the pot filters here, but these here need to be available to breathe. However, when this goes on, you can see that this, the inside of the filter, will block it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this out here, some areas, so that this properly doesn't close the airflow of the carb. Other than that, the carb works pretty fine, so I think it's gonna be okay. Alright, so my goal was to make this. I don't know if you can see, but I made some holes. I think it's gonna work quite a lot better. Alright guys, so the bike went up in fire. No, but something doesn't work properly. Cam chain sprockets, I moved them. I might have not put them back in correctly, so the engine turns really heavy. No battery can actually properly turn it. I'll need to deal with that again. So for now, in effort to move along this thing, the next thing was to finish this part here. So what I'm gonna do is, you can see I marked here where I'm gonna weld in some tabs. I'm gonna weld the tab here, and the same on the other side to attach these bad boys. That's gonna be pretty discreet. I'm gonna put a black bolt here on the black side, and there on the corner you won't be able to see too much. I think it's gonna look pretty banging. Yeah, what do you think, guys? Yeah, so let's. Alright, here are the first two tabs. Not a master welder, but I mean it's starting to look like welds. I think it's gonna be awesome. White marker, where are you? Alright guys, so the threaded inserts are done now. What's left is, obviously I'll clean these up afterwards. I'll cut them out to size and whatnot, but it's now to measure where the holes to be drilled in the plastics so they fit nice. I think about here is perfect. Alright, so the matter is gonna be real dirty, but I'm gonna get some silicone. Might not be the cleanest method, but this will work. Is it that one? I like it. Hey guys, I want to lower the front forks a little bit more, and the regular way that you would do is just slide the fork tubes up and the bike goes down. But because I want to keep conventional steering wheel instead of bar ends, I cannot get it any more lower, because you can see that the top of the tube will hit the bars and will not work. So what you need to do is you need to lower them internally. So I watched a YouTube video, because that's what you do, and I kind of figured out how to lower them. So that's what we're gonna do. I put the bike on the center stand, very useful. Put some blocks under it so the top is actually off the ground. Yeah, first I'm gonna take this open and see what I actually need to do, because I have no clue. We'll see. Alright, let's do some inspecting. I've rebuilt one forks in my life, the SR250 that is in the other video. So I have no clue what's inside of them. Well, there's oil and spring. Ew, this stinks. Ah, guys, I might have fucked up. I think this might be too short. I think I got it done. I wanted a little bit of that forward lean there that you can see, that the bike is leaning forward, a little bit of athletic lean, and I think that's exactly what's happened. It has that lean now. Oh, this is perfect. This is exactly how I wanted it. I'm gonna do some beauty shots so you can properly see, but I think this is excellent. Look at the... Isn't that fun when you do an outro of the video where you're rambling on for 3 minutes and you forget to press play? Alright guys, I finished with the lowering of the front forks. Tell me what you think about it. I love them. It's about 4 centimeters drop. They might bottom out, but I will be able to see that later on when I actually get to ride this thing. I found a proper user manual, service manual, where I can set the timing properly and actually get it running properly and go for a test ride. I know I've been promising a test ride forever, but you know guys how it is. Every project has its own minds, and I've stepped a couple of them. Other than that, I've done some planning for the channel this year. I've done set some goals and some ideas of what I want to do, so I think there's pretty exciting stuff coming up. I'm just gonna start by finishing off what I've started, mainly this one, the XS400 and the Rusty. I know you haven't seen Rusty for a while, but Rusty is finally ready for the MOT so that I can get an MOT booklet and remake it back into Rusty. After these are two done, I'll start on some pretty exciting stuff. Could be some engine swaps coming up. Ooh, we'll see. We'll see. Other than that, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe so you can see what's next in the channel. You like, comment, subscribe, tell your mom. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.